Today, guys, I'm going to show you what I think is the most devastating move in kickboxing Muay Thai, okay? And that's going to be the elbow. Now, I've done videos about this, but this is more of an updated, more brutal version of it. So it's the most powerful tool in the body because it's one of the hardest bones in your body. And look, these rigid structures over here are what make it so brutal, and it's so devastating to get hit with it that take this with a grain of salt, but it is the most powerful weapon besides the knee and let's say in self-defense purposes where there are no rules, the headbutt. So today I'm going to show you that. What's going on, guys? It's Coach Chris. Welcome back to Sicat Kickboxing Club. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, only if you're getting value out of it, and also share this with anyone that wants to learn the art of kickboxing. Also comment below on videos that you want to see and what you think of this video. I'd like some feedback from all you from the SKC community so I can make these videos better. Also, guys, tune in to the podcast. I have high-level guests on there that really give you a lot of tips and tricks, values, from Jordan Levitt to Evan Elder to just countless head coach John Wood from Syndicate MMA. I mean, it's just priceless information that you can use in your everyday, whatever your discipline is, not just kickboxing, but combat sports, but mostly kickboxing. All right, guys, I'm gonna get into it. When I first started doing these videos, okay, I did a elbow video, which was amazing. Those are the true basics of the elbow. But along the way in my journey, as I started learning from high-level UFC fighters like Evan Elder, Jordan Levitt, and among those guys, they tweaked my elbow game a lot. So even just the minor details coming from those guys, the top 1%ers that are in that sport, oh man, just the things that they showed me completely changed my game. And today I'm gonna show you those specific details, okay? All right, so let's get right into it. So guys, with the elbow, all right, I'm gonna go through just a few basics, all right? With the elbow, you want a high guard. The reason being for a high guard like this is that you're already there, meaning you're already in position to land the elbow, right? So if I were doing a lower guard like a boxer right here, which I used to do, by the way, I'd have to come up here, and with fighting, combat sports, kickboxing, it's a game of inches. You can't afford to give up any time when your opponent is trying to do the same thing to you. That's why it's so crucial to be in position already. That's the whole point of why positioning is so important when it comes to elbows. So when I have an elbow, it's gonna come up right here, right? So that when I throw, say, the most basic elbow, which is going to be the horizontal elbow, it's going, look how fast that is. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you don't need a hard elbow because look at all these jagged edges, right? Like I've gotten hit with it multiple times. I can tell you from experience, and it's not fun, right? So over here, you're already in position, and the great thing about this to note is that you don't have to load up, right? Like most, you see it in boxing all the time with punches as a demonstration. They'll shift their weight, load up, boom, which is great, but it takes a lot of setup and it takes a lot of time because that is a knockout power punch. And then most likely the guy that you're going against is experienced. So with the elbow here, look, see how quick that is? The second thing I want you to know is that, look, when I'm going in for elbow, you can have it here, but look, my palm will face here before I actually elbow. And that goes for all elbows. Never say never, but then that's the most effective way. Reason being is that if you have it clenched, you try it yourself right now. If you have it clenched right here, your fist, look, you're blocking your own way. Do it right now. It's more ineffective, right? Look, like I have to do this. There's a lot of space here, and then I do that. It's almost impossible, to be honest with you. Like, it's almost like so ineffective that you don't even want to do it naturally. So that's the second tip, is to put your palm up, even here, whichever elbow that you're doing, even here or here. Oh, just do this like a reindeer, right here, right? Like you have reindeer horns or something. Here. Boy, oh man, just looking at the camera, I have a screen right here. Just looking at that, ooh, I'm getting traumatized when I get hit with elbows, because it is so devastating. All right. So the third thing is just what I mentioned. Don't make big movements. Don't make big movements, because you're already in close quarters and it doesn't require that. Actually, it goes against you when you're throwing elbows. So if I were to load up, it doesn't make any sense. You're already there, right? And then if you hit them and then you get a reaction out of them, even though you don't hit them clean, you go bang, bang, bang. They're so quick. They're so quick. That's the main reason why I love it. Is because you're already there. You're already in proximity. So look how far we are. Boom. Again, right? Man. That is that is not a good look. When you hit someone with it, it's great, right? Because you really feel it. And the thing is, when you hit someone with the elbow, it feels so impactless. When you hit someone, it doesn't even feel like you hit them, because sometimes the elbow will like kind of slice through. Or even if you hit them, the bone is so hard that you barely feel anything, which is good for you, because it's not like if you punch someone, look at these brittle fingers right here, well, you might break your hand. Whereas the elbow is one of the hardest parts of the body compared to your forehead and your knees, right? So that's the other thing. Now, the other thing that world-renowned coach, Coach Chris Trammell taught me, shout out coach, is that you have to hide behind your elbow. All right, hide behind your weapon. Far too often I see fighters doing this. They'll lean towards, and I get it, I used to do it myself, but it's just not the right way to do it. So hide behind your weapon means hide behind your elbow. So again, have good posture, have good technique. All right, that's where technique comes in. So if I was throwing an elbow, look, I'm not going to overextend. We want to overextend because we want to reach that opponent. And then naturally we want to do it. Oh, I'm almost there, oh! And then you're tipping over to where all of a sudden, now, guess what? You're like deer in the headlights. All of a sudden, your opponent, boom, will throw a strike to the elbow. I mean, like a strike, and you're already off balance, so you can't defend yourself properly. You can't just be like, and then if he elbows you, you'll get off balance more, and then he just has the rights to just smell blood in the water, like I like to say, and subconsciously he's gonna know that you're hurt, or you're backing away, or you're off balance, to give him that offensive strike to come after you. All right, so hide behind your weapon. The way to do that, again, let's do it all together, right? Let's keep a high guard. Let's do palm up right here. And then let's go ahead, elbow within range, right? Don't overextend, don't load up like this. Just go from here where you're at. Boom, I promise you, it's a lot of impact. No need for loading. And you don't want to load just in general anyway. And then from here, hide behind the weapon. Don't overextend. So this is what's great about kickboxing, is that you don't really need anything. Yes, it's good to have a bag, it's good to have a partner, but you can shadow box your way to success. All right. Ooh, I just came up with that line. You could shadow box your way to success. All right. So what I mean is that here again, you see that I'm not over extending. I'm not sticking my head out like a turtle, okay? Here, look. I'm staying right here. And it's okay if I don't hit him. You know, it's a low risk move. Meaning that, yes, I am in close quarters with him, but I'm not putting myself in more danger than I have to. Okay, I'm right here. Look, I could still block. You see that? Look how quick those are. Quick, devastating, brutal, deadly, whatever brutal violence that you want to name it. But I want to do this video because that is what I think is one of the most powerful moves is the elbow. It could really take someone out. Use it to your discretion. If you do it properly, that's just an added, it'll increase your fighting game by 100% because a lot of fighters, they're not going to want to get in close quarters with you. And pretty much you're getting the way, you're dictating the fight the way you want it to, right? If they're scared of it, they're going to be backing up. And then psychologically, it messes people up because elbows are so brutal. All right, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Again, subscribe to this channel. Like this video only if you're getting value out of it. Share this one to anyone that wants to learn the art of kickboxing. And yeah, check out the podcast again. I converse with high-level fighters. I'll click the show links down below. You can get true value out of it, real value, self-improvement, martial arts, and that's what we are. We're disciplined, right? We're punctual. We just get our reps in, and then we get better every day. We're constantly learning, all right? And that podcast provides a lot of value, all right, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.